Brother, get the flamer.
Why you need a flamer?
The heavy flamer.
We are the angels of death. My fury is made manifest. Feel the flight of the chapter's finest.
I would like to file a complaint.
I love how indiscriminate you are with your flame. You don't need to whip it like a noodle in a swimming pool. Like, what the fuck?
Purge it in flame.
Burn in holy fire.
The time has come, brothers. No mercy.
Shitpost/heresy alert! If you're offended when someone goofs up the lore or talks shit about your favorite chapter of Space Marines, please. Welcome to the grim darkness of the future, where peace, happiness, and prosperity have been replaced by war, death, and destruction. Not necessarily in that order, but necessarily in mass quantities.
I will endure 1,000 deaths before I yield.
In the last episode, 9 months ago, we were introduced to the sentient fungi known as the orcs. The corn-worshipping heretics known as the forces of chaos that make the civilian casualties of World War II look like a picnic.
Skulls for the skull throne! Blood for the blood god!
List of cornate massacres. This list is incomplete.
You can help by
expanding it.
And most importantly, the Space Marines of the Imperium of Man, led by the venerate Emperor himself.
We are one in the Emperor and the will of man.
And as much as I'd love to hear about your hyper-intelligent Dark Elder waifu, the dumbass weeaboo space communists, and the rattle me bones robots, the Xenos stealing your shit this time around are the Gene Stealer Tyranids.
Your infestation spreads no further, alien.
It may sound like despotic deja vu for someone to be stealing your shit again, but that's usually the way these 40k games go. Xenos are either killing something, breaking something, or stealing something. You're deployed to intervene, you realize the shit is fucked, and you may as well blow it all up anyways, and then you blow it all up.
None who live can survive the flame.
Which may beg the question from your perspective, why not just blow it all up in the first place? Like Exterminatus nuke from orbit. And to that I retort,
Because it is the Emperor's will, and also purging is really, really fun, brother.
the Gene Stealers are doing just that on one of your space hulks called the Elethros, and you're the librarian in charge of salvaging anything of value and purging the Xeno filth.
Your heresy stops here!
Alongside Devastator Barakeel, Apothecary Nahum, and Shotcaller Belial, you make up Deathwing,
Okay,
the first
that's
company
a
of the
cool
Dark Angels chapter.
We are the angels of death.
The whole Dark Angels in bone white armor may be a little confusing, but it's only Deathwing. The rest of the Dark Angels are actually green, even though the Salamanders are already green, but the Salamanders are almost always on fire, so it's not that hard to—
Brother, enough with the lore!
Brothers, retribution is at hand. It is our strength. We are the sons of Caliban. Let fury guide your weapons. Let vengeance be your song. We are the angels of death, and our enemies shall fall.
Decked out in Terminator armor, you're larger and more formidable
how
than your
big is
ordinary Space Marine, but not so huge that you can't fit through doorways like a menacing full-size dreadnought.
None may block our path.
And you better
I think
believe you're
the
gonna need
size
this
is almost
intimidating
like the
armor,
ruined
because the
guy.
Gene Stealers you're up against, well, they're not exactly small.
By the Emperor, can the Xenos get any bigger?
And you may be thinking, at least I have 2 Dark Angel Terminators to help me.
Wrong.
I know it may be heresy to shit-talk fellow Terminators.
Bold words for someone in assault cannon range.
Delete this heresy.
Heresy, it burns. We heard you were talking shit, brother.
But short of dispensing a few cookie-cutter voice lines and soaking up damage, they are useless.
We are the angels of death. Overwhelming.
That is like one single Xeno. Steady yourself, brother.
Discipline is their sole strength, as in even if they are on the brink of death, they will not heal themselves unless you instruct them to.
If I am to die, I die standing.
So if you really want to get heretical, you can instruct Apothecary Nahum to constantly juice himself up with self-heals like a fiending junkie, and he becomes a Tyranid Broodlord punching bag while you
he
inflict
became
heavy
a bait?
damage on whatever's attempting to eat you.
Tyrannid bait is not the right word, brother. I prefer expeditionary Tyrannid punching bag.
Your skill tree allows you to make these fellow brothers of yours more powerful, yourself more powerful, or grant grant additional purging abilities, and I sure as shit didn't blow any of it on them.
Yes, Brother Barricade, I realize you want better armor, but I can now purge heretics in 3 different kinds of fire.
At least your objectives are simple, because you'll usually see a one-word description like fight or destroy off in the distance, and I think you already know what the hell you're doing here. So let me save my breath.
The Xenos are coming. We have to exterminate them at all costs.
I'm gonna need more Bolter for this heresy. I'm confused by this heresy, brother. Are the foul Xenos just purging themselves?
Predictably, once this string of objectives is complete, you realize the Gene Stealers lived up to their names by stealing your genes and decide to incinerate the place Exterminatus style.
It was impossible to remove the traces of our gene seed from the bodies of the aliens. So Grandmaster Belial vowed to destroy everything instead.
Consider this a clear division in the video.
Our guns have fallen silent, brother.
Because the single player, especially on the No Mercy difficulty, can be a frustrating, overwhelming with annoyance, and underwhelming with content experience where you feel like a lone guardsman against a legion of Xenos.
Let me tell you about the Tyranids.
But the multiplayer is 5 times better, a totally different animal, and it feels heretical even looping it in with a single player, because it's a completely distinct experience.
Xenophobia increases.
You know you're in a 40k game when instead of saying waiting for players, it's waiting for brothers.
Waiting for brother.
I'm getting too loyal for this shit. Brother. Look at Psycho, he's ready to smack a heretic.
What's up?
First of all, multiplayer allows you to play 6 classes instead of just 1. Not that I hated playing a librarian.
My face, but I never know what a librarian looks like because I can't fucking read.
But heavy weapon specialty granted me an assault cannon and abilities like zero spread, a devastating mine, and a virtual A10 warthog for an arm.
Assault cannon deployed.
Blood ravens be like, me, an intellectual.
Oh, the size range.
Nah, dude, you got this. Nah, you bitch.
Both my ults.
Look
Watch.
at him. Look at him.
That's zero accuracy on that rate of fire.
Easy for somebody with a fucking A10 warthog strapped to their arm to say.
Run to me, brother. They'll all get fucked if they run into it. Just watch. Done. Apothecaries are important because with half the Tyranids being able to tear through your armor like a Cheetos bag, you're gonna need an answer to your H key, which happens to be a needle drill the size of a baseball bat.
Stimulants deployed. Apothecary, I require medical.
Brother, I need an apothecary. This Tyranid whispered in my ear he needed one too.
You would do that. You would do that. The apothecary walks up. You think he's gonna heal you. You think he's gonna heal you by stabbing you with his needle. He just punches you in the face.
Whatever, I'm going in.
Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. The cooldown. There, I'm gonna drill your ass.
By the way,
there you go. Hey, man, how many fingers am I holding up? Turn off your heavy flamer so I can tell you. Hold on, I'll get you. There you go.
Thank you, brother.
Tactical specialty was a must-have because he can revive a fallen brother.
Your duty is not done, brother!
And Interrogator Chaplain is a no-brainer because he can revive 3 fallen brothers, temporarily reflect all incoming damage, and temporarily become invincible, which makes him broken as shit, the best looking, and overall a force to be reckoned with.
Pain is meaningless to me!
Can I speak to your manager?
The point I'm making with all of this fuss about classes is that multiplayer offers both variety and specialization, whether you're looking for something different or you just want to play someone that suits your style. You can move far beyond the librarian of the single player, and Retribution just isn't the same without your brothers.
Brothers, to partake in our crusade is to be immortal.
It's worth mentioning at this point to turn Codex rules on because it is a far less grindy experience, and more importantly, friendly fire is off. With the amount of heavy flamers we run, I'd say the Codex Astartes does support this action.
We may get burned, brothers!
Yeah, the first thing that you do, of course. Yeah.
The space book says this is bad.
Don't up your DPI. There's no need to do that.
It says we can't do that in the codex. Well, I can't read. Just roast my flames.
Everybody gangster until Lolly Rick pull out the heavy flamer.